the last few years, states around the country, particularly in the Northeast, have been struggling, and they've been struggling with heroin addiction. What was once only found in the darkest alleys of our biggest cities is now since passed regularly in broad daylight in neighborhoods all across America. When you look at Vermont, the problem got so bad there that the governor there, Governor Peter Schumann, spent his entire State of the State address talking about the crisis regarding heroin. He outlined the benefits of treatment programs versus putting addicts in jail. And there's one woman there in Rutland, Vermont, who isn't waiting around, waiting for the government solution. She's reclaiming her community on her own, one block at a time. Watch this.
It has gotten to the point where people literally stay inside their home.
And it will just be car after car after car going into one or two homes. And people all know what's happened. You could see it at various times.
Bill and I just came to realize one day that there was something wrong and we weren't doing our part.
Rebuffed by their church, Linda and her husband Bill decided to do something on their own. After all, it was Christmas, and it just seemed like the right thing to do.
So we cooked up like 4 humongous pots of beef stew. And silly us, we thought we were just going to drive in the city of Rutland. We were going to find all these homeless people and hand it out.
Unable to find anyone at first, they narrowed their focus to Rutland's grittier southwest side.
We picked a block, just randomly picked one. We thought we were picking the worst block in the city, but I guess there are other worse ones than ours, but ours are pretty bad.
And up and down the block they went, passing out stew or offering help to anyone who opened up their door. A practice they've continued to do every Sunday since.
She's fearless. She really is fearless. When something like this starts, she's fearless.
Hi, it's Daisy here. No. She's expecting me.
Does that deter you?
No, not a bit. Makes me more determined.
I mean, the first couple of Sundays, everyone's just looking at us like, you're doing what? You're just coming around visiting?
It's unheard of.
You know, just wanting to know, is there something we need? Can you do something for us? They were really looking at us wondering, all right, what's the hook?
She even caught the attention of Rutland's chief of police.
If you did meet Linda, you would almost not believe it. She knocks on doors of some of the most challenging families in the city. It's an amazing thing to watch. In some ways, it's almost magical. And she just touches people at a level that not many people can get to. And it's very inspiring to see it.
I call her a faith healer. She's reaching out to people who are sometimes broken and nobody has any faith in them.
These people are awesome. Why they're in our hood? Really? They're getting more than a cop. And they're helping our children. Come on, they come around every Sunday and grab your child with a Bible. That doesn't suck.
Linda wound down her real estate business and used the money from her 401k to buy this old bar, which she converted into a community center for the kids on her block.
And what happens when you get to a bad situation?
When she works with children, it's all about teaching children how to make good decisions.
We have given a lot, but we have gained a lot. One of the residents said, "You're what we needed. We just needed a kick in the pants." How was school? It's our goal to see every block in the city of Rutland adopted by somebody, because the city will turn around in no time, because it's restoring that sense of community. That's what's needed.
Well, I love her.
Yeah, she is something else. And you know, since we shot the story, residents tell us that the drugs have moved off of Linda's adopted block on Rutland's southwest side. They say that dealers will not mess with Linda, not because she's menacing. She's actually, as you saw, full of love and understanding, a lot of hugs. But when it comes to dealing drugs in her neighborhood, she packs a pretty good punch there. And though she's making a difference, Linda says if she could get more people to actually join her in this mission, adopting streets across Rutland, they could get rid of the city's heroin problem completely.
Yeah.
What a woman. One hug at a time, one person at a time, one block at a time.
Heroin's a huge problem.
Heroin is a big problem in my town, and the reason for it is because, you know, these high school kids, they start by drinking booze out of the mom and dad's booze container, or out of the liquor cabinet or whatever. Then they start taking the pills, but the pills, as it turns out, are very expensive. You know, an Oxycontin, a single pill can be $50.
Right.
But heroin, $5.
Right.
So they get hooked on
Well, thankfully, people like Linda are trying to do something about it step by step right in her own neighborhood. So something to think about for everybody
Wonderful.
at home. Hey, by the way, coming up next time, we're going to have the amazing story of Lucas Handmade Candies, a fourth-generation business that is still using the original chocolate recipes of their Greek ancestors. And they're going to whip up a special surprise just for us,
Excellent.
just in time for Easter. So if you gave up chocolate, good news, it's coming. A great story that you won't want to miss on the next My America. Can't wait to bring it to you.
I got a feeling it's going to be a chocolate egg
Oh, it just might be.
extravaganza. Meanwhile, your email